One video game franchise I'm fond of is known as, I guess, Tales of, because it has different names. Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Destiny, and so on and so forth. I can't talk about all of them. There's a lot of them, so I'm gonna keep it listen to a few. One of my favorite Tales of games is Tales of Symphonia, which came out for the GameCube back in the 2000s. So I think it was the first Tales of game that really broke out in America. Because the other, Tales of Fantasia was on the NES. And I know some of these games were kind of popular, but I think they were like niche. Symphonia, I think, was the first real big success. It's still constantly mentioned, and it's got a bit of a following. So, main character is a boy named Lloyd Irving. He's the son of a dwarf. Well, he was adopted. He goes on an adventure with his friend Colette, who's on a journey to become an angel and save the world. He is joined by his best friend Genus, his school teacher Rain, and a mercenary named Kratos. Now, I don't want to say too much, because if you want to get into it, there's a bunch of spoilerish stuff, but I'll try to give you some important details. Basically, it's a story of, like, you think you know something, but there's something bigger going on. There's so many secrets right in front of you. Stuff like that. The story really unravels itself. As you go along, you get to know these characters. They have these skits, so you can see them, like, discuss the adventure. You see Lloyd. He's a very quirky character. He's not like most JRPG protagonists who's, like, all serious and just wants to do what he needs to do. No, he goofs off a lot. One of his worst traits is that he gets bored really fast. Like, he hears something amazing, and then a few minutes later he's like, I'm bored, let's get something else, which his friends call out, especially Genus. So Genus is like the little snappy sidekick. He's got this superiority complex. He thinks he's so much smarter than everyone. He's got much more of a complex than that. Like, he is an elf boy. It actually goes beyond him just being an elf. But he does have a bit of an inferiority complex. He's an elf boy among humans, and he does become a bit of a plot point, especially when certain details of him being an elf boy are really uncovered. So, meanwhile, and it's funny because he's the younger sister of the character Rain, so she is both his older sister and his professor. Same with Lloyd and Colette. Colette is basically the ditzy blonde character. She's always cheerful. She's the Genki girl. Stuff like that. Then you see, but she's like a really nice character. I think she's supposed to be Lloyd's romantic partner, but I don't know. They seem kind of plain, and at least the game gives you kind of an option to put Lloyd with another character. Like, you could hook him up with Rain, which leads to a weird student-teacher relationship or whatever. You could hook him up with another character named Sheena. Because the other characters do join, so Sheena, Persea, Regal, and Zelos. It's and I like the game because your choices as Lloyd do impact the story in minor ways. It's like, depending on what you do, the ending could be much different, especially who goes into the final battle. So, mind your choices, and almost all of your actions have some sort of reaction. Like, there's an affinity system. So all of Lloyd's choices will affect his relationship with the other characters, and it leads to different parts of the story. It's like really great. It gives a lot of replayability, so you can get slightly different endings each time. So that's what I like about Tales of Symphonia. Good game. I believe it's been remastered for like the PlayStation 3. So if you don't find the GameCube version, or you don't have an access, I think it's a PlayStation 3 version. It might have a PlayStation 4 version. Just look for the most up-to-date version possible. It's probably on Steam, so you can get that there too. Another one I like is Tales of Vesperia. Now, when Tales of Vesperia first came to America, it was exclusive to the Xbox 360. So, but then years later, it was re-released as a definitive edition, which has more content than the 360. I had the 360 version. I could get the definitive edition, but I'm kind of stubborn like that. Like, I never got Persona 5 Royale. I never got Dragon Quest XI S. I'm not really one to get the definitive editions. Maybe one day I will, but I'm content with what I have here. So, Tales of Vesperia is about a guy named Gary Lowell, former knight, and now he's on a journey to fix the world along with a girl named Estelle. He has his own ragtag team of allies, So, what I like about Yuri is that he's not like the other protagonists either. He's like a bit darker, so to speak. Like, he has his own sense of justice. He's not like a goody two shoes. He does what he thinks is right, even if it's morally wrong. He can be very shady when he wants to be, but he's very complex. He's not like aloof for the sake of being aloof. There's a lot of his, and if anything, his aloofness is just a cover for how he actually feels about certain things. He's not really good with expressing emotions. He's also got a big rivalry with a guy named Flynn. Like, no matter what Yuri does, Flynn's always one step ahead. So, this doesn't have as much. This doesn't have as many differences as, like, say, Symphonia. It doesn't really change much depending on what Yuri does. Certain things change, but not a lot. So, it's not like that creative, but it's still a good game in its own right, even if it's a bit more linear. So, others I played include Tales of Xillia, good game. Tales of Vesperia, also a good game, and I recently got Tales of Arise. I might get the other Tales of games at some point, but yeah, Tales of Xillia is just is its own interesting concept. I don't really know how to explain it really. It's just basically humanizing spirit. Tales of Vesperia is a revenge story, so to speak. Characters are all. That game has a bit of a found family type thing, like as the characters travel together, they kind of act like one big family, like brothers and sisters, so to speak. So, and I do like how the character Velvet does grow from being, she starts off very ganky, then something bad happens and she's like all serious, and as the game goes on, she kind of lets herself feel more emotion, she lets herself smile more. It's nice seeing that growth. So, but that's my thing about the Tales of games. So I'm not going to really drag this on too much. I just want to get straight to the point. If you have a chance to play a Tales of game, I would suggest Symphonia very much. If you want Vesperia, it's available on the Switch, on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, so it's very up to date to get the definitive edition if you can. Or if you have an Xbox 360 by chance, and you can find the original version, and you don't want to, and you're fine with the original version, you get that. Whatever you feel like doing, yeah, it's your choice. I would recommend Tales of Xillia as well, and Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Arise, I'm still trying to decide if it's really that worth it, but so far so good. I like Iron Mask. But that's all I have to say. Peace out.